You ever look down from the cockpit of a $40 million Tiltrotor, clear to land on your own helipad, only to see your HOA president's SUV parked dead center, daring you to blink? That's the stunt Linda Carter pulled on me one sunny afternoon, thinking her clipboard trumped federal law. But let me tell you, when I landed that beast anyway, sending her Lexus rocking and her ego crashing, it was a lesson she'd never forget. Drop a comment below. Where you watching from? Because this tale of a helipad, a power trip, and a hard landing's gonna fly high. I'm Nate Harper, 45, a retired Air Force pilot who spent 20 years dodging missiles and landing in places that'd make your palms sweat. Now I run a consulting firm for vertical takeoff tech, working with aircraft like the V-22 Osprey, a beast that switches from plane to chopper, carrying enough grunt to shake the earth. 2 years back, I bought a 12-acre spread in Clearmont, Tennessee, just outside the city, but far enough for peace and a private helipad to test my gear. Clearmont's quiet, but it borders Oak Ridge Estates, a ritzy neighborhood full of manicured lawns and an HOA led by Linda, a 50-something ex-insurance agent with a smile sharp as a switchblade. Linda's the kind who'd fine you for a loose shingle, and she took one look at my helipad, FAA approved, mind you, and decided it was her personal mission to shut it down. My land zoned rural, outside her grip, but that just made her madder, like I was thumbing my nose at her kingdom. It started small, her little power plays. I'd built the helipad clean, FAA permits, environmental checks, even a town hall where most folks, especially kids, thought it was cool. But Linda sat in the back, arms crossed, face sour, muttering about eyesores and property values. I showed her data. Helipads boost luxury home prices, but she scoffed, vowing to fix this. Soon, notes in her loopy green ink showed up under my truck's wipers. Excessive gravel noise. Flagpole too tall. Unapproved lawn variance. Even though my grass was cut tighter than a parade ground. Then fines rolled in. $1.50 for uneven turf, $100 for my FAA windsock, $200 for mechanical disturbance when I ran a midday engine check. I paid each one, snapping photos, saving emails, recording calls as my lawyer, Tom Vance, advised. Build a paper trail, Nate, he said. She's digging her own grave. I stayed cool, but inside, I was a coiled spring, knowing she wouldn't stop. Linda's crusade got bolder. She'd drive her golf cart past my fence, snapping pics, calling the county with fake complaints. Neighbors started whispering. Bob Riley, the HOA treasurer, pulled me aside at the feed store, saying, "She's gone rogue, Nate. We're scared to push back." I nodded, keeping my game tight, but the fuse was lit. Then, after a 3-day trip testing a new rotor system, I roll home to a gut punch. Linda's white Cadillac SUV, chrome gleaming, parked smack on my helipad's yellow H, a laminated sign taped to my hangar. Illegal landing zone, closed, Oak Ridge HOA. Her signature's the only one, no board approval. I call her, voice steady but burning. "Linda, move your car." She picks up, smug as hell. "I'm protecting our community from your reckless flying, Nate. Touch my car, I'll have you arrested for theft." I grit my teeth. "This is an FAA helipad. You're breaking federal law." She laughs, sharp and cold. "FAA doesn't run Oak Ridge. HOA does." My twitches, but I hang up, wheels turning. She's not just wrong, she's in deep. That night, I make calls. Tom confirms Linda's committing federal violations. Obstructing an FAA-approved landing zone's a felony. The FAA logs her trespass, clears my Thursday landing. I file a police report for obstruction, then email every HOA board member my flight plan, warning of Linda's stunt. Bob replies, "She didn't tell us. I'll try talking to her. I know it won't work. She's too far gone." Thursday dawns clear, perfect for flying. I prep the V-22 at the county airport. Its twin 38-foot rotors humming like a storm brewing. This ain't a toy chopper. It's a 40,000-pound beast that can toss unsecured cars like leaves. I'm calm, focused, but a grin tugs my lips. Linda's about to learn gravity's a harsh teacher. At 20 minutes out, I radio air traffic control, confirming my approach. They note the obstruction, reaffirm my clearance. I switch to emergency frequency, announcing my landing, Then call 911 from the cockpit. Property dispute in my helipad? I say. Voice even. Federal aviation law involved. Send units. The dispatcher's quick. Cops are en route. As I near Oak Ridge, crowds line the streets. Phones out. Word spread fast. I tilt the rotors, slowing the Osprey, its roar shaking the valley. Below, Linda bursts from her house, screaming, waving like she can shoo a warbird. Her Cadillac rocks under the downwash, a hurricane of dust and noise. I descend, precise as a surgeon, 50 feet, 30-20. Her car's alarm wails, windshield spiderwebbing, papers, more violation notices, swirling like confetti. Linda's hair's a tornado, her face pure panic as she fumbles her keys, diving for the driver's door, but the wind pins her back, flattening her against a neighbor's fence. Kids cheer, adults film, and I touch down, gears kissing concrete inches from her SUV, engines winding down slow, still kicking up hell. I step out, flight suit crisp, helmet off, as 2 cop cars, a fire truck, and ambulance roll up. Overkill, but I'm covered. Linda charges the lead officer, Sergeant Mike Callahan, pointing at me, shrieking, "He tried to kill me with that military monster." Mike, a vet himself, holds up a hand, silencing her. "Sir," he says to me, "your side?" I hand over my FAA clearance, deed, and police report. She's on my helipad, obstructing federal airspace. Linda grabs Mike's arm, screaming, "Arrest him!" He pulls free, voice hard. "Ma'am, you're detained, assaulting an officer, plus federal violations." His partner cuffs her as she wails, "I'm HOA president. I control this land." Mike's unfazed. "HOA don't trump FAA, lady." Her screams fade as they load her into the cruiser, neighbors gawking, some clapping. The FAA inspector shows up, measures the scene, confirms I followed protocol. Linda's car's the hazard, her cracked windshield likely pre-damaged, no liability on me. By dusk, the HOA board calls an emergency meeting, and it's a bloodbath. Folks fed up with Linda's tyranny. Fines for too many flowers, weekly grass measurements, unload years of gripes. Margaret Lee, a quiet widow, says Linda threatened her over garden gnomes. Jim Carter, a mechanic, got hit for wrong mulch. Bob reads the motion to oust her, and it's unanimous, even her cronies turning. Linda, out on bail, storms in, ranting about conspiracies, but leaves in tears as cheers erupt. They vote to refund all fines, apologize to me, and rewrite the bylaws to respect federal law. 3 months later, Linda's in federal court, facing charges for obstructing aviation and interfering with an FAA facility. My evidence, notes, fines, videos, her smug call, paints a damning picture. Her lawyer claims community safety, but the judge, a no-nonsense type, calls her HOA power trip delusional, slamming her with 2 years probation, 300 hours of aviation charity work, a $50,000 fine, and a restraining order keeping her 500 feet from my land. She breaks down, sobbing. As her lawyer shakes his head, her range shattered. Oak Ridge is lighter now. Kids wave when I fly. Neighbors plant wild gardens. The HOAs chill under Bob's lead. My helipad's busy, testing new tech. The Ospreys roar a reminder I held my ground. Granddad, who flew a nom, would have grinned ear to ear, saying, "Never let a bully clip your wings, son." But here's where I pause. Did I go too hard? Could I have moved her car, avoided the spectacle, given her a chance to back down? Maybe. Yet when someone parks on your life's work, defies federal law, and bullies your neighbors, sometimes you gotta land heavy, rotors spinning, law on your side. Now I hear another HOA's stirring trouble a town over, and I'm torn. Stay clear or fly in. What do you think? Ever outsmart a bully or stand up for your turf? Drop it in the comments. I'm all ears. If this story hit you, smash that like button, share it with someone who'd love the takedown, and subscribe for more tales of holding fast. Because sometimes the pilot who lands anyway is the one who clears the skies.